Dawn.
So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. My name, of course, is Stephen Reese. We are back in studio out of Antigua, back home in Sweet TNT. And I must say, Chris and I and the rest of the team were flying in because 2 weeks, 2 weeks is a very, very long period of time. But at least I get to feel what 2 weeks is like outside of TNT and just outside of home. And I got to say, man, it's good to be home. Good to be back to the old desk, with the old background, with my chair and my new chair on the side, because I don't think it can reach this high. But we do intend to change a few things in the coming months, so the chair may come in handy. But yeah, boy, the trip to Antigua was fabulous. We have no complaints. The hospitality, just everything was right up to the max. The carnival itself was terrific, was high energy and well put together, terrific production. And big up the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Big up my boy Johnny. Well, I don't know if you're watching this morning, but that was our driver, Johnny. And we had to big him up, man, as well as everybody's Christopher. We had to big up Christopher, the hospitality manager at Siboney Beach Club, everybody. I tell you, we really, really had to acknowledge the people of Antigua and Barbuda. Right up to the max, very friendly, no complaints. All right, so we're back to dealing with business as usual. All right, today, well, I know they had the press conference yesterday. We got in yesterday evening kind of thing, so I didn't get to really go through the press conference, but I would imagine that some of it is in your paper this morning. I see that TNTech is back in the news again, and the government is saying that there will be no electricity rate increase. And the opposition has raised questions as it relates to that particular stand that the government has decided to take. They have they've basically tossed the RIC report to the side, right? So we'll get to that. We'll get to what the government is saying and what Marvin Gonzalez said in a press conference yesterday. I like to play the clip with him talking. I don't like to read what he says, right? But in the meantime, we will get into the news day. Good morning to all of our viewers across the globe. And we do hope that you're having a terrific morning. Rain boy, Chris boy, rainy morning boy. We didn't have much of those in Antigua. All right, as a matter of fact, while water was falling, bucket a drop in TNT yesterday, as I was told, it was blazing hot sun up the road. You know what I mean? So, yeah, boy. All right. So let's get cracking. Hours spent waiting for free medical services at Napa. Hundreds crowd for U.S. comfort. Wow. Let me see. Yeah, boy, real people out there, boy. I think the Prime Minister did visit the ship, eh? We have some footage of that. There was this U.S. ship, or U.S. Naval Hospital ship. We'll get to that. We have I think there was a news report on that. State to pay student $260,000 after a school attack. And judge sends CPEP contract extension to the DPP. So we'll get to that as well. So hundreds of people hoping to access free medical services at Napa were left frustrated as a large crowd and slow-moving lines left people who arrived as early as 5:30 a.m. without medical treatment as noon approached on August 7th. And the medical site was set up after the arrival of the USNS Comfort medical ship on August 6th and will remain at Napa till August 9th. But many gathered outside the site found the experience less than comforting. Pamela John Knight, age 73, who suffers from cataract, was one of the few who were able to enter the site, but she described her experiences as torturous. She left as tortuous, sorry, not torturous, tortuous. She left her Sangre Grande home at 3:30 a.m. to arrive at Napa early, but was only able to get medical attention at around 11 a.m. Officials said out of the over 100 people who were screened, 12 received general, pediatric, eye and plastic surgery on the first day of the site operation. Outside the site, hundreds seemed to be having a similar experience to John Knight. One civilian who did not want to be named took it upon herself to organize those trying to get into the women's health section, encouraging people to form lines so they could be admitted. Speaking to the media later, during Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bissasa's planned tour of the ship docked near the Hyatt Regency in Port of Spain, Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo said he found the operation at Napa was going extremely smooth during his own visit to the site. Once again, just like we told the Alsing, you are the minister. When you go to visit the site or the hospital or wherever, everything will run smooth. Because the minister on the ground, the minister on the floor, the minister passing through. So it's going to be a different experience for you, right? But given what I'm seeing in the article here, I do not know if any one of our viewers was down there yesterday and they could maybe give an account as to what their experience was like. I take the experience of John Public over the experience of any minister any day. Right? So, if people say it was a difficult process which left them frustrated, I would have to take that into deep consideration as being closer to the true experience rather than what the minister is going to tell the media. All right. So, I guess we'll see how things go because they're here till when? They're here till the 9th, I think. Is it the 9th I read? Where was it? Yes. They will remain at Napa till August 9th. That is tomorrow. So we'll see. Judge sends CPEP contract extension to DPP. We'll come back to that. 2 arrested after failed robbery in front of a police station. State to pay student over $260,000 after a 2017 attack. Imagine that, 2017 we're talking about here in this report. Schools have a solemn legal duty to ensure the safety and welfare of students. The High Court ruled in a landmark decision that held the state liable for injuries suffered by a 15-year-old girl during a violent assault at a secondary school in 2017. Justice Nadia Kangaloo delivered the judgment, which concluded that Couva West Secondary School breached its statutory and common law duties of care when it failed to prevent or adequately respond to repeated bullying incidents that culminated in a brutal attack, leaving the victim permanently disabled. The teen was assaulted twice in one day on school premises by 2 fellow students, one of whom had a documented history of bullying her. She sustained head trauma, post-concussion syndrome, chronic pain, and a 20% permanent partial disability. The court's ruling noted that her injuries were foreseeable and preventable, given the school's prior knowledge of the aggressor's behavior. I find the student should have get more money than that, 260,000. Look, they even say here, according to the evidence in the case, the then teenager who requested anonymity said she and a friend were in the corridor of one of the school blocks during lunch when she was struck on the head with a metal chair and punched by another girl who had a history of bullying her. A second girl kicked and punched her while she was on the ground, and the 2 aggressors attacked her again while she attempted to get help at the principal's office. Wow. In assessing compensation, Kangaloo awarded the claimant $175,000 in general damages, which ain't no money, $45,290 in special damages to cover medical expenses, medication, transportation, and past lost earnings. That ain't no money. As well as $40,000 for future loss of earnings. That ain't no money. You see, the thing is, you can't compensate, The court really can't compensate the exact losses that someone will incur when their future has been taken away from them. Because of stupidity. Because of ignorance. You know? Because of lack of humanity. Sad, yes? And what's even more sad is the incident happened in 2017 and we're in 2025. It took 8 years. Al-Rawi says 2017 cabinet note authorizes CPEP to hire and fire contractors. Bodo plans $4 million in savings at CDAP. Minister says drivers may soon pay fines online. Transport Minister Eli Zakur said errand drivers may pay their traffic fines online and similarly may order their vehicle registration documents, addressing the post-cabinet briefing at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's on August 7th. All right? He said later this month the ministry is going to launch its new online traffic payment system where persons could pay their fixed penalty tickets online via scanning the QR code on a fixed penalty ticket, which would take you to the portal or going to the website. He said hitherto, people have had to visit a TT Post location to pay. There will be a fee of $2.75, which is a bank fee, and 0.8% of the value of the ticket. Zakur said that by next week, drivers would be able to order their vehicle registration documents online at a fee of $130 if sent by mail for collection by the driver at the TT Connect outlet, or $150 if delivered to a person's home or office. All right? Commissioner of Police Defense officers involved in police killings. That article is on page 11. And, yeah, man. Those are basically the headline in the papers. Yeah. No, wait. 8 suspected gang members detained in assassination plot. 8 suspected gang members have been detained under the Emergency Powers Regulation 2025, governing the state of emergency in an attempt to prevent imminent assassination plots. The notices, gazetted late on August 6th, cited imminent threats to national security posed by alleged gang members and criminal conspirators, according to legal notices number 255 through 261, published on the night of August 6th. All right? And the article goes on, page 15, you could read that. All right? So those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. And we will leave it right there. Because I want to move on this morning and get interactive, because we've been away for so long now. And while we were away, we were taking calls, but we were just dedicating the first hour to the affairs of Trinidad and Tobago. And then, of course, we moved things along to the second hour, where we had, our obligations to give coverage to the Antigua Carnival. And also some other commitments that we had inside of there. All right? But, as we go to the break, and when we come back from the break, we will deal with the tea and tech issue, and then we'll get to CPEP. But, as we go to the break here, I want to remind you of a few things. All right, gentlemen. I'll call it, let's see. Here we go. Open minds. Give me open minds. So I want to remind you that mornings don't have to be stressful. No school runs, no endless traffic, and no tired children in the back seat. Open Minds Education, the Caribbean's fully online school with live classes from preschool to secondary. Caring teachers bring lessons to life so students can learn confidently from home. And it's not just screens. Students take part in fun, in-person hangouts, and exciting events that the whole family can enjoy. So resitting the CSEC in January or May, June 2026, their 3-month power prep courses cover papers 1, 2, and 3 with expert teachers who will help you feel ready for exams today, or ready for exam day. Visit openminds.education or WhatsApp them on 388-6635. It is Open Minds Education, beyond boundaries. All right, make sure check them out. Also, I would like to remind you about Set Viola Board. Set has the Holistic Health Clinic, of course, and it's powered by nutritional therapy. Okay? And it's very simple. Stop managing those diseases when you can reverse them naturally. They specialize in reversing cancer, diabetes, digestive disorders, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and more. It is drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. You can call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. And you can book your appointment today. Rebuild your health from the inside out naturally at Set Viola's Holistic Health Clinic. And finally, Flow. Yeah, get non-stop protection with Armor Security with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. Armor Security, powered by Flow, in partnership with All Pro Security, protection that moves to your beat. Visit discoverflow.co for details. All right, so with that, we're going to take the first break. When we come back from that break, we'll take a listen to what's taking place with the electricity rate, what with tea and tech and this debt, and what the opposition is asking the government for. All right, stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
New York Carnival, aka Reactor, is celebrating 58 years. Join us August the 28th through September the 1st for New York Carnival Week in New York City.
I come from when Tommy used to carry it.
With over 20 adult bands, over 30 junior bands, New York Carnival Week is something you cannot miss. The Mecca of Carnival, New York Carnival, kicking off August the 28th through September the 1st. We love New York Carnival. Remember to log on to the website, weatcarnival.org. Follow us on Instagram at New York Carnival. Experience the Mecca of New York Carnival.
Can party with
The Caribbean melting pot.
Look something to talk about.
August the 28th through September the 1st. Carnival Week in New York City. Join us for Culture Fest concerts, Panorama, and much, much more. New York Carnival, Junior Parade of Bands, and the 58th Annual West Indian Carnival Day Parade on Eastern Parkway. Join us for Viva La Carnival, the celebration.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your royal castle.
The most powerful young astrologer from India, Master Sainath, will expert in palm reading, face reading, horoscope reading, gives life-term protection for all kind of problems, court cases, husband and wife problems, negative energy, teenage issue, business problems, ex-love back, job issue, money problem, love marriage issue, health problem, reach great heights in career, jealousy, black magic, etc. He can be consulted to reunite with loved ones. All religions are welcome. Your visit will be private and confidential. Call now +186-8316-0148. Located in all over Trinidad.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weather Master Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw materials.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, people. And as we return, we're 26 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. And I see here that the Trump administration has raised the bounty on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's head to $50 million. Yeah. There's now 50 million as the price on Maduro head. They must want him very, very bad. Okay. All right. So, I'm looking for the, oh, look at here. Give me, is it TNTech 2? Give me TNTech 2 headline. I think that should be the one with, or TNTech 1, the one with Gonzalez. That's 2, I'm labeled as 2, sorry, that's my fault. Gonzalez says, and he's asking, how will the government fund TNTech? All right? This is what he's asking. Now, I have the video, the one labeled Marvin G. This was from the press conference that was held, where he called on the Prime Minister and the government to say what is their plan for TNTech. Run that for me.
Finance to tell the country what is government's plan for settling the $7 billion owed to the NGC, or $1 billion owed to the NGC. What is the plan of the government? If the government's policy is to write off this debt owed to the NGC, then how is that going to impact on the financial situation of the NGC? Has the government engaged with bondholders and creditors and financial institutions who are engaged in serious business with the NGC with respect to that outstanding $7 billion? Because the government cannot simply scrap a report and not tell the population what are its plans and what are its policies with respect to the settling of $7 billion owed to the NGC. The question now falls for the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance.
All right, that's Marvin Gonzalez asking there, calling on the Prime Minister and the government to say how they're going to deal with that $7 billion debt, which, you know, TNTech has right now to national gas supplier or gas supplier NGC, right? He said the former government had held many consultations, this is also some of the things he said in conference, towards ensuring TNTech's survival while taking into the needs of local manufacturers for whom electricity was a vital input, right? And he doubted that the government had read the latest RIC report. He dubbed the government's scrapping of the report as, quote, a rash campaign decision. All right? And when told that the population had voted to ditch the RIC report in the April 28 general election, he replied, if you damage TNTech, all of us will suffer. Right? Now, I tell you, the opposition are messing up. Give me TNTech 1. With Barry Padarat. Right. So Barry Padarat, Minister of Public Utilities, says the government will put in place a payment plan for TNTech to address its $7 billion debt to the National Gas Company as its gas supplier, replying to questions at the post-cabinet briefing at the Diplomatic Center, St. Anne's on August 7. Now, in his initial presentation, he said cabinet was now reaffirming the UNC's campaign promise to reject the recommendations of the Regulated Industries Commission for a hike in tariffs for the supply of electricity and water to consumers. Newsy then asked about former Minister Marvin Gonzalez's call for the government to say what it would put in place of a tariff hike in order to fund the ever-rising cost of operations at TNTech and to address its $7 billion debt to the NGC. Now, this is where I think Marvin Gonzalez and they pretend, or they like to play like people forget, right? Padarat replied that the $7 billion debt had been allowed to balloon to that figure under the previous administration. Right? Now, come back to me. Marvin Gonzalez, I keep telling all of that, you know. If the opposition wants to fail and never, ever, 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 ever see government again, two people that had to keep talking. Two people. Marvin Gonzalez and Kareem Marcel. The more the two of them talk, the less traction the opposition gets. Mark my words. I remember when this debt, this TNTech debt came up, the vast majority of that debt is because the government was not paying their bills. The vast majority of the debt was owed by the government. All you remember that? Back in 2015, 16, 17 or somewhere there, so the debt was like $3 or $4 billion. And then over the period of time that they spent in office, it reached $7 billion. They made no attempt, the past administration, absolutely no attempt to service that debt, to bring it down, and then wanted to come to the population to say, listen, TNTech is in debt and we need to raise the electricity rates in order to clear the debt. And to do so, you have to pay more money. You, the consumer, you. You who pay in your bill all the time, you know. You have to pay the consequences because the government is owing TNTech. That is what they came to tell the population. And the gall that Marvin Gonzalez has to stand up in a press conference and him ask that question is just totally ridiculous. It is unbelievable. 3277400. You could probably headline for me the last one with Padarat. Yo. Oh yes. I forget, we're back to the old way of doing things, my brethren. Oh no, not there. Sorry. Right. All right. Let me just connect the phone here. I forget we're back on the other vibration this morning. All right. Gentlemen, I think I am connected. We going? We going. Hello, good morning.
You go Central, how are you going?
Yeah, morning.
Morning. You hear me?
It's supposed to be connected here.
Yeah. You hear me clearly?
Hold on, they go Central. I know it's they go Central on the line. Yeah. They are the reason why TNTech is winning $7 billion. And coming out to ask this administration, who is holding firm to their campaign promise of putting that report aside and not increasing electricity rates, you come in to ask them how they intend to clear that debt? All they have to be criminal. That's on. Yeah. Morning. Nah.
Morning.
I'm not getting it through here. I mean, that's, yeah. Hold on, they go Central. Hold on. We just solving this little problem here. Yeah. I'm not getting anything through here. You see what I mean? When we gone for 2 weeks, have we? Yeah. All right, yeah, they go Central.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Well, Stefan, I think the debt is more, I think the government was owing them, if I remember the figure right, not 7 million, the government of Trinidad and Tobago under the PNM was owing them up to, I think the last figure here was $9 billion.
Well, I am familiar with the 7 billion. I don't know about the 9 billion.
Yes, but I think it had reached 9 billion if my memory serves me right, and it could actually be, I say, could be wrong, but I remember hearing a figure 9 billion. So, and I agree with what you said. Marvin Gonzalez and them fellas and them have to be mad in their head. You question, what it is going on and all this sort of thing and turning the bill onto the people and want to know how the government was. You all didn't do nothing about the bill. In fact, they wasn't paying no bills at all.
Exactly.
What they was doing with the money every year, only how much $1 billion in our budget, and only not even including bills to pay, or let them pay for electricity. Can you imagine what they owe in Wassa or any of the government offices that they must be owing?
Yeah.
You understand? The 9 billion that TNTech was just the biggest one.
Right.
You understand? Because you have a government now come in, and when they come in, they don't spend out the yearly allocation already, and they even they just a little past the halfway mark. That is no absolute madness.
Yeah.
You understand? And that is the kind of governance that they trying to defend, that they did under their 10 years. You understand? That had to be absolutely crazy, man.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing they're going, because now all the truth coming out. And our goodly friend for one Woodbrook and number 3 Woodbrook might be embraced soon. Have a good one, Stefan.
All right, cool, man. Yep. I'll go in again. It's insane. It's insane that he could ask that question. Morning.
Good morning, Stefan. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. You know, they blamed us, the citizens, for everything, you know. They blamed us for crime. They told us to eat macaroni pie, ride a bicycle, save gas, all kind of thing they told us. And I still cannot understand how people still sit down and clap in front of them. Despite everything, you know, with this thing with the electricity, it was no problem to tell us, you know, okay, well, the bill is so much, and you know, most likely you all will have to pay more.
Yeah.
That was their way of dealing with everything. Throw everything on the public. We must pay for this. We must pay for that. And he could still stand up and ask the government how they're going to do this and how they're going to do that. 90 days later,
Yeah.
they were there for 10 years. As you keep saying, let them continue talking, because they're good in opposition. They shouldn't even be getting anything to be in a monthly salary to be in opposition.
No.
They are clearly a shameless bunch. Okay, goodbye.
All right, no problem. Yeah, I mean, look, and people could say what they want, you know. This is, and I will give an example of how ridiculous Marvin Gonzalez putting that question to the government is. I'll give you a little example. Morning.
I think by Marvelous Marva should be on Ripley's Believe It or Not, because I still can't believe the cheapness this man talking. Now I want to educate the people in Trinidad and Tobago. We had 10 budgets under the last government. Each ministry would get money, and they would have something called recurrent expenditure,
Question of
so that they would have money and then to pay bills and services, goods and services, right? Now my thing is, in that last 10 years, the money that each ministry would have had put aside to pay TNTech, where that money gone?
Yeah.
You understand? I think Marvelous Marva should hush him out and buy put some macaroni pie up K-Packs and be quiet, yes?
Oh, Lord of course. All right, no problem. You know, it's interesting as well, eh? How many press conferences has the opposition leader held? I'm just asking a question here. Since she's taken up the role as opposition leader, how many press conferences has the opposition leader held? Because the people that are having these press conferences is either Faris Al-Rawi or Marvin Gonzalez. And it's interesting, you know, because I have not heard the media in any one of those press conferences, and maybe I missed it, ask the question of, where's the opposition leader? But when the Prime Minister don't show up for a post-cabinet, it was where the Prime Minister. But I think they don't ask the question as much now. But it's just funny how you know the balance is now. You know? I just sit down here and study that now. And I keep saying, if the opposition has to move forward, Penelope Beckles has to talk more. Stop letting these fellas talk. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
Yeah, morning. What's up?
I sent an article momentarily ago when this man here showed me, well, I eat him a nice scrambled eggs here this morning. Trying to keep it down right now, right? Where it's $2 billion is owed by state agencies to TNTech. Right. The article. Nearly every agency owing $1 million. Now the previous Minister of Public Utilities, which is Colonel Mbea, right?
Right.
When the best Prime Minister still around the country for a month, right? He stated, because I think at that time he was opening some pipe up by him that get water in the last 30 years or something. And he said he go take, because we're talking about rate increase here too, eh?
Yes.
Now we're talking about in the end here, right?
Yes.
When interviewed by the media, he said it will take years for that to happen. I hope you find that. It will take years, you have consultations and all kind of things. Now what the vibes are getting from Marvelous Marvin. I see he posted up in Aruka yesterday, I was up there. Yeah. Marvelous Marvin. Yeah, he posted still up there. Them alluding to a rate increase because they want to know how we will pay back NGC the 7 billion that them rake up.
Yeah.
10 years them run the country for him. But remember they say we from COVID that we living and speaking now. Remember that?
Yeah.
So 10 years they run the country for, yeah. 10 years. So he want to know how to pay. So why all them pay no debt? Now all they want to pay no debt. They want to fix all the old building wrong tongue. When the rain fall, it leaking still. Let me build a new mansion in Tobago. Eh? And let me just build things so you can stand up and watch it. We can't cook it, we can't eat it, you can't send a child inside it to read a book.
No.
Right? But we are dead racking up all over the place. And what I remember, you just said the opposition MS. Well, I'd send you a video, I don't know if I get to see it. When this man here was winding up the debate and his contribution on the SOE. And then winding up, he said, we, the opposition, will never support the extension. But when coming to the end to vote on it, and the government called for division, they try to scramble and say, no, you can't do that. And the Speaker of the House say, no, you have to call a standing order. And he quote a standing order, and they call a division. And every man jack on your division vote yes to extend your SOE. So them in a mess.
Yeah.
8 o'clock they say one thing, and 5 minutes past they say something else.
They say something else.
Okay, I go on. I go on.
Yeah, cool, no problem.
I go on.
And this is the problem that they're going to be. This is the problem they're going to have. You know, if boy, I tell you, if somebody doesn't take control in terms of who is speaking and who is holding these press conferences, listen. That on the screen there, if you are a member of the opposition, that is a waste of time there. Waste of time. 327-7400. You are not going to reach anywhere with this guy talking. And no one telling all you. I don't know how he became chief whip. To start with. Right? You going nowhere very fast. And in going nowhere, you will not, we will not get a proper, how can I put it, boy? You want an opposition that is capable and competent enough to keep the government accountable and transparent and in line. I don't see it happening currently. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Stefan, you know, since Basdeo Pandey was in opposition, and every opposition I go there, keep telling people, the opposition, no matter what question they're asking, if any opposition asks the question of where you're getting funding from, nothing is wrong with that, no matter if that opposition was there for 10, 15 years. If they're in opposition now and they ask a question, if somebody come and tell you, Stefan, when you come to work for me, now you go and get X, Y, Z and this and that and all that, and you find what something, you could ask a question, if you still you could ask a question that the opposition is there.
Caller, let me engage you here. Let me just conversating, right? Because I said I would draw an example in a little bit. If you are somebody living in your house, right? And you paying all the bills, right? And they contributing to nothing, right? And they eat out all the food. No, hold on. They eat out all the food because they like the belly. And when the food done, they come and they say, yo, when you go in the grocery to buy more, to make more groceries, why you hungry, you know? How you think you're going to react to that?
Stefan, so I personally, if I'm not going to react too nice to that, but what I'm going to tell you,
But this
what I'm
one,
going to tell you is...
no, but hold on. This was saying, so this was saying, I just want to make the point. You're not going to react too nice to that because in your mind you're going to say, but what the hell wrong with this person, boy? You ain't contributing nothing to the house, you ain't giving me $1 to go to the grocery, but you want to know when I go into the grocery, what's wrong with you, boy? In your mind you will say that. It's the same reaction that you will get from the population, is that all was there 10 years, and now all they're coming to ask how this debt that explode under you is going to be paid. It's the same natural reaction to that you're getting from John Public as it relates to what you would experience in your house in the situation that I just played out to you. The thing is that there has to be some way at this point that the opposition could find a way to put forward their counter argument to the public so that it sounds reasonable and acceptable. If you understand what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, Stefan.
But go ahead.
Thanks for the engagement. Now,
Yeah, go ahead.
the thing is about opposition, what I say about opposition politics, is that at the end of the day, the opposition represents persons who have questions as well. Now, mind you, I might think that they don't contribute anything, but what about the persons that the voices that want to ask that question? You can't say every single Trinidadian don't want to know where they're getting funding for this or they're getting funding for that.
Right.
This is that, and to me, and again, if one citizen in this country want to find out where they're getting funding for something, the opposition has to represent this one person. Because when you win, you can't be thinking, well, listen, we win, so everybody else, if they have a question, you have to rock so.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Nothing, and if it's one thing, questions of where you're getting funding, that shouldn't be a big issue about why we have to answer that. It's understood, if you understood that they didn't contribute, whatever it is you're feeling. Just answer the question. We're going to get the funding from here and done, and that is the end of that. Talk done.
All right, well, I think Barry Padarat in the press conference later down in the day did answer the question by saying a payment plan is going to be put in place. So there's going to be a payment plan, and they will service NGC, whether it is quarterly, or whatever the case might be, annually, to bring down the debt over a period of time. So I think he answered that to some extent. Where the money is going to come from to make those payments, well, that's the next thing. That would be based on revenue. Cool? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I said, well, yeah. So I think he answered the question to some extent. To some extent, eh?
Right. But if they have the political will to reject that, I think some people want them to reject that big raise that Rowley put in before he leave. I think some of the public wanted them to reject that, and I think Akash Samaru asked that question.
Right.
What about rejecting that? What about rejecting that piece of raise, that big 40-something% raise?
That is a fair question.
And I don't think it was a fair question.
That's
and
a fair
his family
question.
faced a lot of... He get backlash. His family get backlash for it. So even asking the question.
Okay.
And I do appreciate a government who don't like to answer questions or feel vexed when they get asked questions. Thank you.
No problem. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't think it's a situation of a government not wanting to answer questions. I think it's a question of that, like that scenario that I played off there. You're living in a house, and so you're now coming to power in there for 100 days yet, and you have these people and they who from what you're seeing, put the country in a particular position, and they keep asking you how you're going to, how they intend to pull me out when you're now settling in. Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, morning, my dear. Go ahead.
Oh, no one said welcome back. You look different as soon as you landed in the country, albeit you are very sunburned.
So welcome back. So how unfair it is, Stefan, that this government, right? All of the settlements that has to be done, it lies on this government. Why? Why that should be so? And persons, I don't mean to bash anyone, but persons are saying,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, but this is how it is. We have to admit that. One government, a government leaves office and a new government takes up, they have to clear they have the debts or whatever, oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever liabilities they would have inherited, they have to deal with that. Right? That's part of the course. Yeah.
Debts and so on, but all this litigation, where I just debated a little bit. Where is Lumpkin? Why he ain't come out and answer why the principal of Cuba South or whatever, he was privy to the information relative to the child being bullied and abused and assaulted.
Yeah.
You know, and he did nothing about it because he wanted to keep a clean slate, you understand?
Right.
And now the state, that happened in 2017, so with state comes, state go, and in truth and in fact, right? PNM never did nothing for the state. And if persons still have a question in relation to, concerning when PNM was in power, then they need their head examined or go get some glasses from the visiting doctors.
Yeah.
You take care, stuff.
All right, no problem. I'm seeing a video here that has been sent to me by a couple people asking me, they say, Stefan, I don't know if you saw this, but there appears to be, I can't listen to it right now, it appears to be two parents who are given an account of their child going to the hospital for a cough and dying. A 6-year-old child. It's very sad. 6-year-old boy went to the hospital for a cough and ended up dying. Right? There's a video here. They're calling for justice for Jasha Francois. Right? Now, I have not had the opportunity to listen to the video. I am not aware of the situation as it stands right now. I did click on the video for those of you who sent it to me. Unfortunately, it is 22 minutes long. I cannot air it because we haven't vetted it, and 22 minutes is way too long. We'll have to try and break that down to probably about 5 or 6 minutes to get a proper account of what the parents are talking about. But I will do so over the weekend, and maybe on Monday we could deal with this issue here, because the situation as it relates to all of the issues that we are faced with in the healthcare system, all of that has to be addressed. It's a lot. We talk a lot about crime because of the SOE and everything that is implemented. We're talking plenty about CPEP, and we're talking plenty about things like this, the electricity rates and so on and so forth. But crime, healthcare, as you see in the paper this morning with hundreds of people crowding, at Napa, this huge crowd that gathered at Napa here, it's because people want treatment. They want to get their treatment, medication, so on and so forth. And we got to get to the point where we're delivering on that, all right? So that people are, they're more comfortable with the healthcare system. For far too long, we've had people going to the hospitals and something goes wrong and you get situations like this happening, all right? So I have to listen to this and then I'll be able to address it, all right? In the meantime, I have to go to a break. But we'll come back and we'll be coming back to the phone line. So don't worry. I ain't drifting all over the place this morning. We don't have no guest book. It's not nobody like that. It's me and Ole this morning. Right? So if you didn't get to talk now, you'll get a chance in the second hour. Eden Nights. As I go to the break, I want to remind you about Eden Nights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. And they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, slim bagging, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. They also offer consultation services in live blood analysis, diabetes, child counseling, supplements, detox programs, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. You can visit them at any one of their 3 locations in Trinidad, Chaguanas, or Tobago. You could also give them a call on 640-8985 or 7571. You could also WhatsApp them on 49399196 or email them at eatnightsdistributors@gmail.com for more information. And with that, we take the break. When we come back, we're going straight back to the phone line. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Introducing Open Minds primary school lessons 100% online. Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high-quality, unbleached, bromate-free, all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate-free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Okay. We're back on breaking now. We're 3 minutes past your 7 o'clock. All you hold on. Hold on. Before the break, I mentioned a video with two parents talking about the situation that happened with a 6-year-old boy. During the break, I was able to listen to at least 6 minutes of that video. I'm going to play that 6 minutes. Okay? We're going to play up to the 6. I'll tell you all when to stop, right? This has to be ventilated this morning. The parents are calling for an investigation. They've called on the Prime Minister to launch an investigation into what happened to their 6-year-old son, this child. What they are saying, I find it very, very difficult to understand how this little child ended up dying. Run it, fellas.
Alright, go ahead, start. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ian Francois. This is my wife, Amy Francois. I'm doing this live today to raise awareness about how my son was taken from me today. Right? His name is Joshua. Right? He was 6 years of age. Right? I'm not going on. So, yeah, you will have to. Now I'm coming out.
Guys, to everybody that is seeing this, as a grieving mother and a grieving father, I'm a 6-year-old boy that was taken from us. A healthy 6-year-old boy. Never sick. No illnesses. Today he was taken from us after he was admitted to the hospital for a simple cough. Today, anybody that has empathy, that can understand the loss and the hurt that parents feel when they lose a child in a senseless way where your child is ripped away from you, I would like you to share this live. Please, we are begging you because we need your help. Hashtag justice for Joshua. I'm calling on the relevant authorities. I'm calling on the Honorable Kamala Prasad-Bissessa, the Ministry of Health, to launch an investigation into the death of 6-year-old Joshua Francois that took place today at San Fernando Teaching Hospital. My son yesterday, after I came from work, he had a cough on Sunday that persisted. He did not have any other flu-like symptoms, no vomiting, no coughing, anything. So my husband and I decided that we will take him to the hospital for the dry cough. Yesterday, we went to the accident and emergency at San Fernando with a referral letter from our Roy Joseph Health Center. On admitting my son, he had an oxygen level of 90-something. And they decided to give him oxygen to see if they could bring it to 100. But on going there, they said that they didn't hear any reason. He is not asthmatic. There was no cause for alarm. Okay, so they said they wanted to keep him overnight. My son was warded after 12 this morning. The doctor sat with both my son and I. He was able to answer all the questions, his date of birth. When they asked how he's feeling, he was like, good. His only thing was, I'm sleepy, I want to sleep. And the doctor and I kept saying, 5 more minutes, you will go to sleep. I spent the night with my beautiful son. He was fine. I fed him. He slept because he was tired. Throughout the night, the doctors came because the only thing that they said they're going to give him, put him on the nebulizer to bring up his oxygen to 100%. Because when he was warded that evening, it was on 90-something%. Then it went down to 88%, and they just wanted to bring it up to 100. There was no alarm that said your child is in critical condition that he may die. There was nothing like that. After 6 this morning, the head doctor of the pediatric department came to do her rounds with my son with 3 other interns. Today she told me that it was 2 interns and one was her fellow something, I can't remember the words. When I spoke with the doctor, there was no cause for alarm that my son wouldn't be leaving and coming home with me today. She said, Mom, it's flu season and we have a lot of kids coming in with a cough. We're just going to put him on some antibiotics, keep the nebulizer going, and we want to add the oxygen and the nebulizer to make sure that his oxygen level goes up to where it's supposed to be. At no point did they say to me, hey, your son is in a critical condition. Hey, you need to call your family members because we think your son will be in distress. I woke up, I brushed my son's teeth for the last time. I fed him. My husband was at home with his brother, and he came to relieve me after 7. I came home to take a bath, and before I could have done that, my husband was calling me, you need to come down, they just killed our child.
So, what had happened, my wife stayed with him overnight after he was admitted, right, and he was warded on Ward 11 of the teaching hospital, the pediatric section. I came there this morning, my son was normal, right? Apart from the little nebulizer and the stuff they was giving him because of the dry cough and he had a lung infection, right? Something which was admitted to before, and he was normal. He was talking to me, but he was asleep. So when I came upstairs, my wife had to leave shortly before, right? When I came upstairs, the doctor explained to me, okay, we're going to give him some antibiotics, some medication, and more nebulizer. But he should be fine. It's flu, same thing, it's flu season and that kind of stuff. I said, okay, no problem. So when I sat there and the nurse came, well, he had an IV in his hand, he was getting liquids, right? And the nurse came with a syringe and a vial to administer some medication through the IV. Normally, I don't really question the medical professionals as to what exactly they give him a son. Once they say like his antibiotics or his nebulizer, you know, I need to know basis. Shortly after she administered that particular medicine through the IV, my son wake up one time and he started complaining about a burning sensation in his hand. Explaining himself to me that daddy, it burned in my hand, dada. So when I called, I said, nurse, what's going on here? And he started crying frantically. Right? I said, nurse, what's going on here? So when she see the discomfort he was in, she stopped the medication. So and then now that prompted me to ask what was the medication he was giving my son. And she called it magnesium sulfate. I said, okay, no, I'm not going to question the nurse as to, you know, but I just asked him, I said, okay, is it normal for children to get that kind of reaction to that type of medication? And at that time, she thought it was probably the position of the IV probably needed to adjust or change. So she took off the IV, stopped the medication, and immediately thereafter my son came back to normal. And he took it, he vomit. The medication caused him to vomit. Right? So when she stopped the medication, when she stopped the magnesium sulfate through the IV now, he come back to normal, but I said, Joshua, stand up. I had to take off his jersey and a jacket and clean me up. He sat up on the bed normal. I took off his jersey and when I give him instructions, move your hand, he talking to me normal. I say, Dada, when mommy, he asking for mommy, when mommy, Dada, I want to go home. That the kind of question that, and he talking normal. So he come back to normal. He wasn't crying again. So when I finished changing his clothes to give him a nebulizer, he was breathing on the nebulizer normal. He was lying on the bed normal.
His oxygen level was?
The oxygen level was 95%. No cause for alarm. He had the pulse was normal. Well, according to the machines I had him connected to, it was a normal day. He wasn't a critical patient to say, doctors are in and around him 24/7. And the doctors don't relay any such information to us to say, your child in a critical condition, he might make it.
He showed no anxiety.
No anxiety, but it was just a normal day in the office. The nurse came back now, and the nurse claimed that she was advised that children normally react irritably to the magnesium sulfate, and it's okay, you can leave it and let it go. It's only for 20 minutes anyways. I say, okay, trusting me nurses. So immediately after she started by that magnesium sulfate injection through the IV, my son started showing discomfort again. He started showing discomfort again, but I talking and I said, Joshua, relax. That I hurting my hand. It hurting my hand. I said, nurse, she said, no, leave it now, let me stay still. I said, well, okay. And I talked to him and I comforted him. But then now, I noticed when the nebulizer finished, it was almost finished, she said switch back to the oxygen. But I find now, but I thought he was sleepy. I thought he wasn't getting sleep. Right, so he's, when she started back in I forgot to mention, he vomited again 3 times. He just vomited. And he talking to me, he said, Dada, I want to vomit. Dada, vomit. And I put in the bag, but he wasn't vomiting.
And the notes that the doctor would have taken in accidents and emergency, when we were admitted, we sat with the doctor for over 50 minutes, and in those notes, there is proof that I said since he started coughing, he had no vomiting, no runny nose, no fever. So this vomiting, my child was not vomiting. I can't tell you the last time my child vomited. Yeah. So this vomiting was brought on by that medication.
Right? After he vomited 3 times, the medication still going, I see lying on the bed, I think he fall asleep. I think he was feeling a little drowsy and he falling asleep. Another nurse now came and she said, why his posture like that? Make him sit up on the bed more. And that is when I push him and I realized I still think he's sleeping. The nurse who pick up on it now and noticed he was unresponsive. And started with vigorously shake him up. And she raised the alarm, and by then about 10 doctors came. And they said, I was immediately pushed aside. The doctors, the senior pediatrician and some other doctors came, and they were literally trying to resuscitate my child. Right? From over here in the conversations, they was asking for adrenaline. They was asking for they raised the oxygen flow to over 100, and they was doing CPR. They was on my child, and he was totally out of it. He was already gone. Right? What I say is today, I don't understand how a child could transition from being responsive, alert.
He was running and playing
before. Even the day before he was running and playing, to this passing away in an instant like that.
In 10 minutes.
especially after you administer a particular medication to him, and he had an immediate adverse reaction to that particular medication. What I'm calling for is a thorough investigation into the death of Joshua Francois and this right Justice for Joshua at the San Fernando Teaching Hospital, Ward 11. I'm calling for no stone to be left unturned. I want a comprehensive report to be done.
All right. Look, that there, something wrong somewhere. We sit down here, listen to the story, and we saying, but wait. If a child comes into the hospital for a cough, the oxygen levels are at 95, I think they said 95. It had dropped to 88 at the time, and they put him in a nebulizer, and I think went back up to 95, that kind of thing, right? Why is it common practice a child coming with a dry cough and you're giving them a IV with magnesium sulfate? I'm trying to understand. And then they said they went to the hospital based on a note. They would have gotten a note from the health center. Is it the health center they said they got a note from? Now, keep in mind, people, that, like I said, I wanted to vet this proper, but when I started to listen to it during the first break, I listened to the first 6 minutes. I said we were around 6 minutes. So while that 6 minutes was going on air, I was listening to the rest. So we ended up hearing almost 13 minutes of the video. So I had to listen to the next 7 while the 6 minutes was playing, right? So I've been able to take notes per se, right? But something, I think it does warrant an investigation. Hello, good morning.
Morning. That matter is a highly sensitive and emotive issue. And we'll have to wait until the autopsy is done, and then we'll do our own assessment, because incidents back and forth, we're not medical professionals to really understand procedures. We may have our doubts and our things that we may think, but that's the emotional sensitive. If you have a child and you lost one, I understand how you would feel.
Yeah.
So it's something that to comment on will be a very difficult thing.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the other issues that were raised this morning is concerned, the opposition should ask questions that make sense and benefits the country or the citizens as it stands. So it's not about asking questions. That's a bit of a nonsensical thing. With the electricity rate, out of the resources that the government was owing the largest amount of money, the business model they had was that TNTech was paying the power generators to generate power supply and then buying it back and putting money. NGC is also a state enterprise which they could write off. So the PNM at the time didn't implement that because it would have been negative against them. So now they're coming out to try to get the UNC to do it now to create a negative and creating a different kind of environment. Okay. So basically, they are the ones that causing the problem. On the CPEP issue, last issue, on the CPEP issue, had the PNM stay quiet, they would have sent home them contractors, hire back new contractors, and everybody would have been working. So the PNM causing this thing with the CPEP bookers right now. You have a good man.
All right, man. No problem. Yeah, I mean, I know people have had their experiences at the hospitals, and it's very sad when you have a 6-year-old boy or a child of any age, and they go into the hospital for what is supposed to be a minor thing, and something like this happens. Morning.
Hello, Stefan.
Morning. What's up?
Stefan, I scared them at the hospital, you know. In 1975, I got a bad operation. They do it over in 79. And in 2017, I got a bad operation, and still I'm suffering with catheter and everything. But I really want to talk because I really want to blow my cup and I think I can do a surgery again.
Yeah.
So we need a better health service and everything in the hospital. That hospital, I don't know why. This morning when that program playing, I crying. I just seen that sitting there. So when I see you, I tell you I need to go up to the government thing. We need you around. We need you around, brother. You have a good day and God bless you.
Yeah, man, no problem. I hear you, my brother. I mean, this is sad. It's a sad way to deal with a Friday morning, but I tell it was sent to me by a few people well, and when I started to listen to it, I said, nah, we gotta get this on now. Morning. Can't wait till Monday.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah,
Morning,
Monday, man.
Stefan.
What's up?
Now, whereas I understand that caller say, this is a very sensitive
It's a sensitive matter,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and we are no medical professionals, make comments and statements on it.
Mm-hmm.
How many times we as citizens sit down, see instances like these? Investigations happen, it didn't happen, and we have never been prompted or given the information, the outcome of these investigations.
Yeah.
How long are we going to sit by and allow these things to go down this path and be law-abiding citizens and never get good answers and good just for situations like these?
Yeah.
You understand? So whereas yes, I understand we have to be, patient and let due process happen and things. Sometimes, to be honest here, Stefan, I can't really trust that,
Yeah.
No, I really can't trust that. And I really feel it for that parents, for those parents, and I pray to God that they get justice. You understand? Because part of the video, one of them was saying, one of those family members was saying, blood was coming through the youth man nose or something.
Wow.
You understand? So that could be some kind of allergic reaction to the medication administered.
Yeah.
I'm no medical practitioner, and let me see the outcome of this. Thank you.
All right, my brother, no problem. I think this should be thoroughly investigated. I cannot understand if a child or any person has a negative reaction to any medication being administered, why continue with the medication? Because to stop, according to what the parents are saying, when the child's reaction was negative to this magnesium sulfate, they stopped it, and then she went back and sought advice from a doctor, and the doctor, according to them, told her that, yeah, that's a normal reaction. But I don't know if any questions were asked, like if your child have any allergies, things like that, because there are certain medications that you cannot take depending on if you have certain kind of allergies now. You may have a bad allergic reaction, and it could lead to death. Morning, depending on Morning.
Stefan, morning. What I can understand what the parents saying, and you can imagine that you stand up there, right?
And this unfolding in front of your eyes.
The unfolding in front of your eyes is one, but you give the child, you start to introduce it through the IV. You realize that the child is not responding to that. Then you take it, you stop, you take out the IV, you put back in the IV, and you continue to give the child the same thing that the child is reacting to.
Yeah, I can't understand.
So if you go to do something home with your child as a parent, and you see now, and you will stop and say, well, look, I'm not going to do that again because he's not responding to that. But I the doctor come and see about this.
Right,
you understand?
But they said that when the nurse returned, she said that the doctor said that this is a normal reaction.
No, return from where?
She said she spoke to a doctor, and the doctor said it was a normal reaction.
Well, they will have to deal with this in some manner now.
Yeah, but at that point, if the nurse leaves,
right? On the other hand, I'll say a question, right? It had 9 budgetary locations when the PNM was in power, not so?
Yeah.
9. In the 9 years, did Marvin Gonzalez or whoever was in charge of the Minister of Utility, did anybody come and address the situation? Nobody never addressed the situation. They never addressed the situation.
Yeah.
This is why it have a call on this call. I just get mad when I listen to it because you're asking, you want the government to answer something. Let the government answer with the $60 billion budget gone first. Then we go find out where the money went to. Then you could know what you're doing. It have no money with the 60 billion. Nobody giving a call for nothing in this country with the $60 billion. Everybody forget that, and they want to know. They have a new budget coming in September. What it is we going to do?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody ain't asking that question.
All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, just back to the matter at hand here. I know it have the electricity rate, and everybody's welcome to comment on that as well. Hello, good morning.
One President, good morning to you, Stefan.
Yeah.
President, yeah, my condolences goes out to the parents of that young child. Stefan, since 2022, I'm waiting on a tax return. I received 2023, you know why? Because I had nothing to collect. In 2022, they have some money from me, and here what happening. If I was owing them, it's 15% per annum. Them owing me since 2022. What you waiting?
Since 2022, who owing you?
The Board of Indian Revenue. I'm a tax return. They get a tax return yet. Filing a tax return on time every year. Here, I'm telling you, listen cautiously. Don't give away accurate. I'm not giving away
Here what to
accurate.
do, here what to do, here what to do, here what to do.
You go what? No, that's what I'm saying. Before you go further, I went and signed a document. They tell me the check ready, but just I didn't post it yet. Since 2022, man.
No, but here what to do, here what to do, here what to do. Just WhatsApp the information to 3277400. The same number.
Yeah,
I'll
no
forward
problem,
it. I'll
no
forward it to
problem.
somebody who I know in there, and let me see if I can get some information for you on that.
And based on the crime thing too, what's going on? If you get police presence, they will reintroduce the beat and patrol in the police service, because I see Ian Ali showing something on TV yesterday and the day before, and I don't believe what I see is true. The details is with reference to a Papa Echo Foxtrot, I think 8344, a white Toyota Raze that was taken from Arima station, and the horse in a talala. Something in the motor besides the person. Trinidad and Tobago is not a real place, and they need to get serious about crime in Trinidad and Tobago. The last thing now, I'm watching some videos on YouTube with two bloggers that come from outside, and I am seeing them fellas toting some kind of weapons in that video.
Yeah.
And when you look in the back, you see the highway. When you look in the front, you see the priority bus route. So that shows how serious and how dangerous Port of Spain is. Port of Spain is not a safe place, no, Stefan. I'll go on.
Okay. Yeah, man. Going again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Share your thoughts.
I'm calling about the child.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, now, I'm an asthmatic, right? And I've been hospitalized for asthma many times. And I'm not exaggerating. And I can tell you one thing, the doctors do their very best to save your life. Now, let me tell you something. When that child, the moment that, yesterday the child went in there and the SpO2 was 88, that means that child was almost critical. 88 is very, very low and not very good. And when they put that child on the magnesium treatment intravenously, that means that the other treatments were not working. In other words, the child was in a critical condition, not critical, but very bad condition from the onset. Okay, because the moment they put you on that magnesium intravenous, I've been on it many times, and the only time they put you on it is when the normal medication is not working. And the fact that the child SpO2 was 88, that means the child was very bad. I don't know, it wasn't as well thought. Something else was going on there. Now, they need to investigate it, but it is more involved. The child was in bad condition from the beginning. Okay. Yeah, because I've been there many times with the asthma.
Yeah, because
and the moment they put you on that intravenously, that means that the other treatment not working.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Have a blessed day. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, because one of the things that kind of confused me is that, like I said, I swear they said they went to the San Fernando hospital, the teaching hospital, whatever, based on a note that was given to them at their health center. I think it was the health center, they said. I'll go back and double check it. But if I go to if you went to the health center first, right, with the child, fellas, tell me if I'm making sense. If your first option is to go to the health center, and this is a basic dry cough, it should have been dealt with at the health center level. So I'm trying to figure out why a note. Right, they gave them a note or a letter to go to the hospital, right? So I'm saying if it was a basic cough, how did they end up at the hospital? Because the health center is supposed to be able to deal with that. Although sometimes you go to the health center and they say they didn't have this and they didn't have that, and you end up in the hospital still, eh? So, you understand what I'm saying? I'll take this call here. But there has to be an investigation. When the health center give you a letter, they send you to emergency. But they say that's where they went, accident and emergency. Yeah. Morning. I am a bit confused here. Right? Somewhat. Morning.
Yes, Stefan, good morning.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Stefan, the opposition leader too hardened. Before she formed the party, the Ferreira advisor was to purge the party. If she did purge the party as Purdy Ferreira, they tell her to do. Some of the people that talking there now will not be there to talk. Because before she formed the opposition, Purdy Ferreira told her what she had to purge that party. You know?
Yeah.
There are some people who they are not supposed to be there and try to show her that. So that's why all them out of time and thing taking place now.
Okay.
You understand? And then the next thing with the parents that get the judgment in the court, right? You say that wasn't enough money, but it's a start, eh? Because some of the principals in the school, that will teach them. If they don't want to do the work of a principal, they won't take it. Plenty of them will be accountable now because them parents are going to be making joke, eh? It's either all they can handle the work or they can't handle the work. A lot of parents go take them to court. You have a present demand.
Okay. All right. I've got to go to a break, but thanks a lot. I've got to go to a break. We'll hold some strain there. We'll come back and take some calls, right? On this issue here, a few things have to be established because I'm saying, look, my heart goes out to the parents because nobody wants to lose a child. My sister was 25 years old when she passed away in a car accident. We got the news in the wee hours of the morning. It devastated my father and my mother, myself, you know, and my mother dealt with it in her way. My father, it affected him in a different way. And, you know, these things affect people differently. Because there's a mental aspect of it, you know, it's a lot of trauma. So when you lose somebody, you know, when you lose a child, because they say your children's supposed to bury you, you ain't supposed to bury your children. To sit in the hospital as they are giving their account, and to see it unfold in front of your eyes is it's something that you will never forget. That is a memory that you cannot erase. All right? But there needs to be an investigation. Because you have the emotional aspect of things that are taking place here in the video, which is common, right? And understandable. But then we have the whole process that took place. And there's a lot of things that we have to dissect in the healthcare system, right? From the health centers to the private practice and public practice and everything that takes place, right? Because we know it is not a perfect system. It is by far a perfect system because I've heard many people, even now in the chats here, a lot of people are messaging on experiences that they had. And like I said, I cannot discredit somebody's experience from their perspective, right? And then there were people who will go into the hospital and have a very good experience, and they will share that from their perspective. But nobody ever forgets a bad experience anywhere. The question that I have is, and I'll go back and listen to the video, is that if you went to the health center and the child had a common cough, because this is my thing, you have to establish how the child ended up from the health center to the hospital based on this note, right? Because that now would give you some sort of idea as to why magnesium sulfate would have been administered. But then we also have to question that based on the reaction, right, that the child was giving, according to the parents, that procedure should have been discontinued, which it was initially until, according to the parents, the nurse came back and said the doctor said this is normal, and then re-administered it. Why didn't the doctor come to the parents and speak to the parents at that point in time? Because the parents would have raised a concern based on a reaction that their child got from a particular procedure or a particular medication being administered, right? So the doctor, him or herself, should have been present to speak to the parents and not send word from a nurse, with a nurse, right? So there are a lot of little questions, and I can think about 5 to 10 more questions that should be answered here, okay? So we're going to wait and see. They've called on the Prime Minister and the authorities to launch a thorough investigation. But the one thing that we have to keep in mind, it is very important that an investigation be launched. Why? Because it's not the first time that the healthcare system has been called into question. It is not the second, the third, or the fourth. And if we do not start holding persons accountable within those systems, once they are in the wrong, if they're not being held accountable, then this is going to continue to happen. The medical fraternity is one of those fraternities that it is very, very difficult to win a case against them, because basically no doctor don't want to talk out against no doctor. So there's a whole cover-up scenario. And I went through this in the past and I explained it to the point where in that scenario that takes place, you literally have to get a doctor from outside who have no connection to any doctors on the medical board in Trinidad and Tobago to come and give an independent assessment of a situation in order to win them. That's how difficult it is. But we've got to take the break. As we go to the break, and I press for that. I've got to come back, take a few calls, and take our next break real quick. If you ever considered a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology, we are saying that you can call the Trinidad and Tobago College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture. All right, fellas, let me get that one up. They are now enrolling for September 2025, and you can learn from the experts of 40 years in the field, train for a job in the fastest growing industry in the world, and they are registered with the Ministry of Education and the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago. And they offer a gate-funded program, so you can call now on 658-3907 or WhatsApp them on 496-1111. You can also visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. So make sure and get in contact with them now, since they are enrolling students for September 2025. And also, Flow. I got to remind you about Flow, because if you're looking for protection that moves to your beat, stay protected with Armor Security. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. Armor Security, powered by Flow, backed by All Pro. Visit discoverflow.co for more details. With that, we will take the break, and when we come back, we'll take a few calls before we go to the next break and come back, do the birthdays and close. Stay tuned.
Welcome to South Point Hotel Barbados, your gateway to a luxury oasis of tranquility, comfort, and impeccable service. Nestled along the popular south coast of Barbados, South Point Hotel is a true haven for those seeking relaxation, rejuvenation, and unforgettable experiences. From the moment you arrive, you'll be enveloped by an ambiance of serenity that effortlessly blends with the stunning flora and fauna surrounding you. The accommodations are spacious, elegant, and thoughtfully designed to ensure maximum comfort. Each room offers a perfect retreat where you can unwind, rejuvenate, and be pampered with the exceptional service of attentive staff. Indulge in the extraordinary at Driftwood, the in-house restaurant, where culinary excellence meets coastal charm. Driftwood's menu is a celebration of fresh, local ingredients, expertly crafted to create a dining experience that will take your palate on a delightful gastronomic journey the Bajan way. Whether you're here to relax by the pool, enjoy a delicious meal, or explore the enchanting beaches nearby, every moment at South Point Hotel is crafted to exceed your expectations. Book your stay today and and immerse yourself in the luxury oasis that South Point Hotel offers. Discover a destination where every detail is thoughtfully curated for your enjoyment. South Point Hotel Barbados, creating memories that last a lifetime. For reservations, email them at reservations@southpointhotelbarbados.com or call 1246-424-7744 or check out the website www.southpointbarbados.com.
New York Carnival, aka Reactor, is celebrating 58 years. Join us August the 28th through September the 1st for New York Carnival Week in New York City.
I come from when Kong used to carry it.
With over 20 adult bands, over 30 junior bands, New York Carnival Week is something you cannot miss. The Mecca of Carnival, New York Carnival, kicking off August the 28th through September the 1st. We love New York Carnival. Remember to log on to the website, weatcarnival.org. Follow us on Instagram at New York Carnival. Experience the Mecca of New York Carnival. The Caribbean melting pot.
Look something to talk about.
August the 28th through September the 1st. Carnival Week in New York City. Join us for Culture Fest concerts, Panorama, and much, much more. New York Carnival, Junior Parade of Bands, and the 58th Annual West Indian Carnival Day Parade on Eastern Parkway. Join us for Viva La Carnival, the celebration.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The most powerful young astrologer from India, Master Sainath, will expert in palm reading, face reading, horoscope reading, gives life-term protection for all kind of problems, court cases, husband and wife problems, negative energy, teenage issue, business problems, ex-love back, job issue, money problem, love marriage issue, health problem, reach great heights in career, jealousy, black magic, etc. He can be consulted to reunite with loved ones. All religions are welcome. Your visit will be private and confidential. Call now +186-8316-0148. Located in all over Trinidad.
All right, people, we're back. We got about 6 or 7 minutes before we go to the next break and come back and close. So I want to go straight to the phone line. This morning we're talking about a few things, that popped up. There was the government keeping firm to their promise of no electricity rate hikes and tossing away the RIC report. That drew the attention of the opposition in the form of Marvin Gonzalez in a press conference, asking the government where they're going to get the money to service that $7 billion debt. We also have the CPEP situation, which has been sent to the DPP, all right? And we also have these parents now who are calling for justice for their child in terms of something that went wrong somewhere at the hospital, at the San Fernando Teaching Hospital, and their child died. Went in for, according to them, a dry cough, was responsive and everything like that, and, and died. So we go back to the phone lines. Let me just take some real quick. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead.
From my observation, right, it looked as though that the child was allergic to that medication.
Possible, but
because
you have to wait and see.
if it administered the first time, right, and he was getting on like that, and they took it out, right?
Yeah.
When they put it back again for the second time, and he was getting on the same way, the parents should have told the nurse to take it out again and call the doctor.
Yeah.
Because it looked as like he was allergic to it.
But it appears so from what the parents are saying.
The caller before said that, that is something, but that was allergic to that child.
Okay.
Right? So they should have let the nurse take it out and call the doctor, let the doctor, talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Going again. As I hang up here. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Hello. Pleasant good morning.
Hi, morning,
Pleasant
morning.
good morning. Yes, pleasant good morning to you, Stefan and staff. I'm looking at this and it's very painful to lose a child.
Yeah.
But in my thinking, when the nurse took out the IV and the child responded normally, and when she went and talked to her doctor, not complained, talked to her superiors, and she said that he said to put it back. My thing as a parent, I will have tell her, no, call the doctor. I want to speak to the doctor. And another thing, we blaming doctor. But Stefan, listen to this. It have some nurses very careless, and it have some nurses can't read. Let us say the doctor say, well, put TOO2 in the IV, and she took up TOO2 to put in, and she took up the bottle that marked TWO. It's 2 and 2. She didn't look at the difference. Some nurses can't read. So we blaming the doctor, but here how I looking at it. My feeling is the nurse putting the wrong medication in it and not the one prescribed. She didn't read and look at the label properly. This is my take on it. We're blaming the doctor, yes, doctor.
Well, I don't think anybody is blamed the doctor or anybody. I think people more saying that, look, we had to wait and see what went on in the investigation. But go ahead.
But my intake is the nurse took up the wrong medication. It looks simple, right?
Yeah.
She didn't look good. It's something here. Let us face reality. Stefan, it have a lot of people can't read and there's my take on it. My condolences to the parents.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's hard to lose a child. Your belly just come through your mouth. It's very hard to lose a child.
Yeah.
Right? And losing your child and losing a parent is two different feelings.
Yeah.
Two different feelings.
Yeah,
and
understood.
My condolences go out to them, and a pleasant and a blessed weekend to you and your beautiful style.
Same to you, my dear. Thanks a lot.
God's blessing to you all.
Yep. That call of our dog in our picture here, the dog looking just like Saddle. the dog looking like Saddle when he was a pup. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Stefan.
Morning, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, condolences goes out to the parents. I wouldn't speak on this. The guy's not a medical expert. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But loss of any human being, especially our child, the parents will be grieving our child lost forever. I see Mr. Alexander Philip already posted something on his Facebook page about it, so an investigation most likely would be launched into this.
Okay.
I just come to speak on the CPEP matter because I didn't speak on it earlier. Just remember that the PNM lawyers brought a contractor to the courts initially. And that contractor company was struck off of the Companies Act. Right? And they bring back our next case. According to Faris, he said, I nothing. You just take our next contractor and put them in the court. Nothing. Right? So we end up with this here. And in the court ruling, the Honorable Justice say that the contractor that they represent have to pay legal costs to the state. Who paying that legal costs to the state? The contractor or the PNM? Or Faris or the senior counsel? Who it was? I think Larry Lala SC, Mr. Sinclair, Mr. Sinclair, and then Mr. Marcel. Marcel they done.
Yeah.
Them paying the lawyer fee for the state. And in his rebuttal, the Honorable Faris Harari said about 2017 cabinet note that states that they don't need cabinet approval to renew contracts. So you went to court, knowing all the laws then. Or somebody had to be like James Bond now and infiltrate cabinet and find a note from 2017 to present it as evidence. How that working out?
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea.
We know how fake $100 bill look like, right?
Yeah.
According to science. I know how a fake cabinet note look like if that exists.
Yeah.
I know how original cabinet note look like if it exists. Right?
Alright, bud.
But somebody had to pay legal fees at the state, and I think about 3 or 4 lawyers there, and plus Mr. Ram Logan with ISC too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, bud.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Cool.
Again.
Yeah, bud.
Tragic news. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I gotta go to the break. We have 17 birthdays. 17 because we didn't do the birthdays yesterday. So we have our backlog that we gotta clear. So we're gonna take the break now, and I'm gonna come back with that and close the show. It's good to be back in TNT. But to the family, to the parents of the young boy, condolences once again. It's never hard. All right? It never hard. Never easy to deal with things like that. Hard pill to swallow, you know? We will see where the CPEP matters goes. And, well, on the electricity rate, the government has held firm to their promise. No RIC report will be implemented, no electricity hike at this time. So, you know, they will service the debt to NGC. I guess they will know where the money is coming from, or they will let us know where the money is coming from in time to come. But the plan is to service the debt over a period of time. We take the break. As we go to the break, though, I almost forget, yes, fellas? That's now. As we go to the break, Keolic, right? We want to remind you about the Keolic range of products, which is backed by science, and they have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials, and they're all made with the aged garlic extract. So you can pick up any product in the Keolic range, and they include the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, the Keolic Cholesterol Health, the Keolic Total Heart Health, and the Keolic Circulation Health, all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all include the aged garlic extract formulation. You could also pick up the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keo Douglas Probiotics. All right, and you could pick up any one of these products in the Keolic range at a pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more details, you can call or WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. And finally, today is the last day to sign up for Chef Shiraz and the Culinary Academy for the baking and pastry course or the Creative International Cuisine cooking course. Today is the last day. Tomorrow the course begins on the 9th of August. So if you have not signed up yet, now is the time to do so. Just give Chef a call on 3724639 or 7375097. With that, we take the break. When we come back, we got the birthdays. Stay tuned.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Ready to unlock your potential? Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results. At Open Minds, it's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.com.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donatian. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, We can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
All right, people, so we got to wrap things up for this morning. We got some birthdays. We got 18 birthdays. And my battery on 18%. So let's go. Happy birthday going out to Ryan from your mom, your sisters, Carissa, Sophia, Alina, your brothers, Ronel, Michael, Brian, and your uncles, aunties, grandmothers, and cousins. May all of your wishes come true. Happy birthday going out to Ryan. Also, I got to say happy birthday going out to Risa Dwarka. Risa, happy birthday to you. Nice, man. Coming on from the whole family. All right? You know, it's plenty of us, so that's my cousin. Birthday greetings going out to Vikram Singh. Hope you have a blessed and wonderful day, coming from Elizabeth. And your daughters, coming from Elizabeth, his daughters, Ronnie, Yoshoda, and Nandani. All right? Nice. That's Vikram. We also got to say happy birthday going out to Harriet. Yeah, man. Harriet, happy birthday. All right, I didn't realize Harriet is August, yes? August 8th too. Wow. All right, so happy birthday going out to Harriet. Harriet, hope you enjoy your day. Nice, man. Also, happy 17th birthday to Aidan Jagannath. From Mama, Papa, Mommy, Daddy, and your brother Alex, your aunts and uncles. We wish you all the best, especially in your CSEC results next week. Love you always. Nice, man. Aidan, happy birthday. Going again. We had 6 of 18. We would like to send special birthday greetings to a father who is a loyal Breaking Dawn viewer. From his wife Jasmine, daughter Nazreen, son Naeem, and daughter-in-law Kimberly. We would all like to wish him a very happy 70th birthday on Sunday. All right? And we didn't get his name. They just said to their father. So to the father of Nazreen, Nazreen and Naeem, happy birthday to you. To the husband of Jasmine, happy birthday to you. And to the father-in-law of Kimberly, happy birthday to you. Lord. Hold on, I'm looking for it's getting kind of confusing here, fellas. That's all. Right. I'll reach it. Good morning, Breaking Dawn family. Much love to you all. I would like to take this time to wish CJ a happy 30th birthday with continued health, strength, God's blessings, and favor upon him always. And it's coming from his mom, Cheryl, sisters, nieces, and nephews, and the entire family. So happy birthday going on to CJ. Right, I'm going again here now. Ooh, it's plenty, boy. Wishing Ramzan and Zayda a happy belated wedding anniversary. May Allah continue to bless you with many more happy, healthy, successful years together. Love you both from the Ali family. Nice man. Also, greetings going out to Josiah Lucas Mohammed Cook in Tampa, Florida. He celebrated his second birthday on the 7th of August and continues to be such a joy and blessing to his mother. This happy birthday greeting is coming from his great-grandmother, Lucille Mohammed, his grandmother, Alicia Kiddies, and all of his uncles and cousins in Trinidad. Wishing him a very blessed and happy birthday. We all love you so much and cannot wait to see you again this year. May God bless and protect you always. Nice man. Going again. Good morning, Stefan. We would like to send birthday greetings to a very special daughter and sister, Jada Andrews. We wanted to know how beautiful she really is, inside and out, and that we are blessed to be her mom and brother. And we know that we have done something amazing in this life. Here's to another year of fun and great memories. We love you, beautiful. From your mom, Christy, brother, LaShawn, and heavenly brother, Brandon. Nice man. Happy birthday. We're going again. Where we reach? 11 or 18. Good morning, Stefan. We would like to send a birthday shout out to Antoinette Guy. All right, and her birthday will be on Saturday, and she's an avid listener of the program, and the request is coming from husband Michael Guy, children Josanne and Jonil, and son-in-law Andel, as well as her grandchildren Annalise and Jabari. So happy birthday to you, Antoinette. Hope you enjoy your birthday on Saturday. Lovely. Here we go. Right. Next one. Just want to wish my loving daughter, Matika Ali, a happy birthday. Coming from her loving father, Farid Ali. Her loving mom, Ashrani Ali, who's in heaven. And your loving sister, Maya Ali. Have a beautiful day. And they want you to know they love you. Nice, man. So that is Matika Ali. Happy birthday. Oh, that's in the end, fellas. This one short. Happy 26th anniversary to Terry and Teshira Matura. Blessings for 26 more. All right, so happy anniversary to you guys. I like how they put it from the youngest picture to where they are today. Beautiful, man. Then we got to say happy birthday to the matriarch of the family, Mona Chetty. May God continue to bless and keep you safe always. Wishing you a day filled with love, laughter, and all your favorite things. May this new year bring you joy, success, and amazing memories. Hope you have a wonderful day today. When did they send this? They sent this on Wednesday. So her birthday is belated. So belated birthday greetings going out to you, Mona, coming from your children and 8 grandchildren. I think everybody here would be belatedly, eh? All right, so the next few. Good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish a happy 4th birthday going out to Maya Ramilan. This is coming from her cousin Isabella, her mother Val, and her father Carl, along with wishes from her aunts and uncles, grandmother, and wishes from the rest of the family. We wish her many, many more amazing years to come. So Maya, happy belated birthday going out to you. Right. Also, we had 16 birthday. I think I've seen 2 emails here. Same person? Okay. That's now, eh? All right, I think it's really 1 email, but they sent it twice. Or they sent it in 2 forms. All right. Belated birthday greetings, 75th birthday greetings, going out to our beloved mom, Parvati Ramchun. All right, wishing you a wonderful 75th birthday with love from your husband, Michael, your 7 children, Sharon, Debbie, Ravi, Vijay, Nisha, Maria, and Ryan, your sons-in-law and daughter-in-law, and your 6 grandchildren, Travis, Kavita, Chelsea, Samir, Veer, and Varish, all sending heartfelt blessings and hugs from across Trinidad and Tobago. Special birthday wishes from Maria and Rajesh, and from Nisha and Matt in Toronto. Even though we couldn't be there in person, we celebrated you in spirit and held you close to our hearts. We love you dearly, Mom. Happy 75th, 1 year later, but just as joyful. So happy belated birthday greetings there. That one was long. All right. Where am I? 17. Want to say happy 65th birthday to Sudesh Sankar. All right, wishing him good health and strength, coming from Sandra Amber, his sisters and brothers, and of course, his grandkids, Renice and Avery, sending lots of love on this special day. 65th birthday greetings going out to Sudesh Sankar. All right, belatedly. And finally, morning guys, we never miss your show. Keep up the great work. We want to wish you a happy heavenly birthday to our angel in heaven, Dana Bipath. She would have been 19 years old. She was a true warrior and she had cerebral palsy. God called her home. As much as we miss her, we know the Heavenly Father is her comfort. No more seizures, only laughter and smiles. And we will never forget you. We will see you again. We love you. Thank you for this segment that you have for us to send out our love. Get Mr. Barakport a co-host one day. All right, cool. All right, so with that, people, we got to wrap up for today and put it away. We do thank you for joining us all through the days that we were in Antigua for the carnival coverage there. I know we have some viewers, they're very, very set on politics, and everything like that, only in that little circle right there. But we do expand to entertainment and sports and other things as well when we get the opportunity. So we want to thank everybody for joining us every morning, sticking with us, whether you're in Trinidad and Tobago or some other part of the Caribbean or even internationally. We will be looking at New York City Labor Day celebrations on the 27th of August to the 2nd of September. So that is in the making, that is in the coming. That's supposed to be the next part of the tour, the Breaking On Tour of 2025. So look out for that. We'll update you on that as we go along. All right, so until Monday, have a great weekend. We are gone. It's rest and relaxation this weekend. And Monday we'll be back out to fire at all cylinders. So, what's that? Oh yes. So we have on the 6th of December, do not forget, we have the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. I'll give you more information on that come Monday. I have a meeting this weekend on it. And on Monday, you'll get information on that, when tickets will be out and things of that nature. So look out for that. That will be the 6th of December at Center of Excellence. So stay tuned, more information coming. Until Monday, people, we are out. Have a great weekend.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.